Alright. So, the first case we have of the day is VidMC versus PboyJr. Well, specifically, it's Power Inc. versus PboyJr. For slander and inciting corporate mistrust. The accusation is PboyJr. intentionally spread mistrust of Power Inc., causing loss of business, seeking damages 128 diamonds, and a public apology.
Wow, that public apology's rough.
Mm-hmm. So, P-Boy, how do you plead for this case?
I plead not guilty.
Alright.
Alright. Well, I guess that's me then, right?
Yeah, you can start presenting your
stuff
evidence.
Works. Don't ask me.
Your Honor, Captain Ronnie, ladies and gentlemen of the audience and P-Boy, I intend to prove that P-Boy did intend to cause Power Incorporated some harm through defamation. In order to do that, I'm just going to make use of this evidence board here. I intend to prove 4 major points. Okay? Point number 1, that P-Boy made a false statement. Okay? Point number 2, I should probably use an axe for this, that statement was made to a third party. Point number 3, that P-Boy intended to cause harm to Power Incorporated. And point number 4, that Power Inc. suffered some damages as a result. Those are the 4 points. I might not do them all in order, but I am, in fact, going to do them all. And to start with, I would like to call P-Boy up to the stand. P-Boy, do you swear on this Total Thomas Man head to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I have a couple questions for you, just to sort of start things off, okay?
Yes.
First of all, do you believe that Power Incorporated is too powerful?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
I'm not entirely sure how that's relevant.
These are opening questions. Do you believe that Power Incorporated committed a crime?
What crime?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Do you believe that Power Incorporated committed a crime?
Yes.
Oh, really? What crime do you believe we've committed? Would that be the crime of monopolization by any chance?
I believe Power Incorporated has not committed monopolization, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Do you believe that Power Incorporated should be punished?
Define punish.
Well, you define punish. Do you think, any negative consequences should happen to Power Incorporated?
No. Yes. Oh. Yes, I want money.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start this off. I'm gonna give you a little book here. Okay. I want you to take a copy of this book. Right here.
We have decided that Power Incorporated shall no longer be powerful. We are forming our own corporation to boycott Power Incorporated. We have decided to overthrow Power Incorporated and end the monopoly that you have going on.
Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
Yeah, so you admit you said those words then?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. So let's come back over to our little board over here, okay? I believe that based on those statements, in fact, the part that says specifically, we've decided to overthrow Power Incorporated and end the monopoly that you have going on, okay? I believe that sounds like intended harm to me. While I've got you on the stand here, I also want you to read the second page for me.
VidMC, who is, quotes, we?
Yeah, so that
me.
That means that I actually asked you the question, who is we, referring to who it is that's actually going to, take down Power Incorporated. And you said?
And I said, Total Thomas Man, me, and maybe Stylish.
Yeah, and did Total Thomas Man agree with you?
He did.
Yeah, he said, yeah. Mm-hmm. I asked you on page 3, where's your mega shop? Where's your product? And Total, he actually had a response as well. He pointed up to the Stylish building and said it's right there. I said stylish. Okay. And P-Boy, you said?
It is very stylish. Thank you for admitting that.
Yes. So basically, in that statement, you're admitting that you and Stylish and Total Thomas Man created a business as a rival to Power Incorporated, operating out of the Stylish building. Is that correct?
No.
I mean, whether or not that statement is correct, it doesn't matter, but that's what you told me.
Okay.
That was on video. That is what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Just wanted to establish that. Okay. Moving on to my final point here. I'm just going to grab one more book for you.
Goodness.
And Your Honor, I'm going to approach the bench and give you the original this time.
Okay.
Oh. Can you read page 1 of the book I just gave you?
Blah.
That's exactly what it says.
Definition of monopoly. The ability of one company to control prices or exclude competition in a particular market.
Do you believe that Power Incorporated does control the prices?
Not anymore.
Do you believe that we, exclude competition in the market?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Nice to know. So go to page 2 for me on that same book, and let's talk about proving the offense of monopolization. So here are some of the things that that courts can consider when trying to prove the crime of monopolization. Okay? Can you read point number 1 for me? Actually, you can read all 5 points, but just pause between so I can make a comment.
All right. Ease of which a competitor can enter the market.
Is it easy for competitors to enter the market?
Well, I would say that yes. Or no. No, it is not easy.
So you don't think people could create a farm, open a shop? Do you think Power Inc. would stop them from doing any of that?
I think that they indeed would, yes.
How do you think Power Inc. would stop people from creating their own farm or opening their own shop?
Well, no, that's not what it's saying.
It says ease, does it not say? Ease with which a competitor can enter the market. How easy is it for a competitor to enter the market?
Well, okay. So, you have me there. I was saying staying in the market, but I guess that's not what it says.
That's not what it says. It says ease with which a competitor can enter the market.
You're right. All right. You cannot stop.
Point number 2, pricing trends in the industry. Does Power Incorporated control the pricing trends in any industry you can think of?
Well, I know that Total and I have steadily been lowering prices because nothing is selling.
Well, but the whole point is you can lower the prices. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Has Power Incorporated approached you at all and told you that your price is too low, that you need to raise your price?
No.
Point number 3 is strength of demand, and that's basically how much demand there is for certain products in the industry. Certainly, Power Inc. does sell a lot of different products, but
how many different products do you sell specifically in Power Inc.?
Power Inc. sells over 70 products, Your Honor. That's
not what specifically means.
Specifically, to be honest, I don't know exactly. I believe it's around 73, I'm going to say. Point number 4 is the ability of consumers to switch to comparable goods. Let's talk about golden carrots just for a second here. Because Power Inc. sells golden carrots.
This is all my fault.
Yes. Do you know who else sells golden carrots?
No.
There are 73.
There are 73 products. Okay. Total Thomas Man sells golden carrots.
Where?
Oh, at the Amethyst Barn.
Oh, I have no idea.
P-Boy.
Wait, for real?
P-Boy.
I think he just started selling them yesterday or 2 days ago, so I'm not really sure if that counts.
I don't know if that is relevant.
Because he wasn't selling them at the time of suing.
Irrelevancy.
I'll tell you what is relevant, Your Honor. Okay, the point specifically, in point number 4, is the ability of consumers to switch to comparable goods. So even if we consider that we're not going to, to remember that Total Thomas Man sells golden carrots, which he totally does. Okay, Consumers are free to choose alternate food sources.
So
The point is, Captain Ronnie, what do you eat on the server?
pork chops.
Yeah. P-Boy, what do you eat on the server?
Actually, nothing. I die a lot, so I don't need to eat.
You die from starvation, or you just die and don't need to eat because you're
I
always...
will die if I am hungry.
Okay.
But sometimes I still have the golden carrots I got from my first gift box.
Okay. How easy is it for you to make a food farm, for instance? Do you think you could make a wheat field or plant some carrots and have, all of the food you needed for the season?
Probably.
Yeah, total Thomas man. I know you're not on the stand, but can I ask you one question, Your Honor? Can I ask him one question?
Sure.
Do you or do you not have an automated chicken farm at your main base?
It's not mine. It's the long lost gamer plays'.
Yeah.
So I only use. We had an agreement. I only use it for the feathers.
You don't use chicken.
No.
What do you eat on the server then?
My own golden carrots. I've eaten my own golden carrots since the beginning from my own villagers.
Oh, perfect. So what you're saying then is that you don't rely on Power Incorporated to sell you golden carrots?
I occasionally buy Power golden carrots, but I
Okay,
mostly
thank
rely
you.
on my own source.
We appreciate your business those times that you give it, but I think it's clear that we don't have a monopoly on any product. P-Boy, thank you very much
Except for rockets.
for being on the stand. You can step down.
Well, okay. First of all, see this damages one right here?
Yes.
I need you to explain this. Vid, can you please go up to this? I mean, yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you explain these
He hasn't been
damages?
sworn in. He hasn't been sworn in, Your Honor.
I swear on this total Thomas Man head to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay, thank you.
We're good now.
Explain these damages to me. What damages have been made to your business?
Oh, I was going to make that in my closing arguments. Okay. So the whole point I was trying to make was that the crime that was committed was that P-Boy accused Power Incorporated of having a monopoly. Monopoly, as we all know at this point, is a crime, a criminal code crime. And by suggesting that Power Incorporated had committed a crime, he committed the act of defamation. Okay. The damages that were done on the server is that everybody on the server, well, let's say not everybody on the server, but 80% of respondents to a survey that was offered on March 7th believed that Power Incorporated had committed the crime of monopolization, thereby causing a slandering of the name, defamation to Power Incorporated, and people refusing to shop at Power Inc. and seek alternate sources, like their own farms.
Do you actually have any proof that just because we think you're a monopoly, that means that people don't shop there anymore?
No, he doesn't, Your Honor.
Your Honor, how could I prove that? How could I prove that people do or do not shop at my shop? I can show you my sales records and show you that sales have dramatically declined in March.
Your Honor, may I?
I literally paid like 162 diamonds the same day of like their episode. Like, you haven't been losing money, dude.
Your Honor, you paid 162 diamonds specifically to build the courthouse for the case, which was after the case was filed.
I
But, Your
actually
Honor,
bought
Your Honor,
them
may I?
to
May
do
I?
something
Your
else.
Honor, may I as well?
No, I got it total.
P-Boy,
I'm technically not a witness.
Please.
I'm just questioning.
I know what I'm doing.
I
I'm
called
total-
Total Thomas. Oh,
You don't have
I
to
called
call him.
Total Thomas
He's
Man
just your lawyer. That's
to
fine.
the
Um,
up here to stand next to me.
So, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I would like to
Your Honor, this is highly irregular.
This is Minecraft, dude.
I can't argue with that statement. All right, Your Honor, I think we've had a decline of players active this month. Can anyone confirm that?
This is
No, I can actually contest that. We've added 2 new players since the court case was filed.
Yeah, but Your Honor, Monty was only on like last night for the first time, and I was on for the first time last night in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you were afraid of me in the court case.
Do you have a way of proving that?
Do you
Elvis?
have a way of disproving that?
Yes, I was not afraid.
Okay.
Let's move on to the damages or lack thereof, as because of the quote monopoly, all of this has been made using materials found in what is this even called? Power Incorporated.
Just because I have a shop that sells materials that were required for a build doesn't mean I committed a crime. If you had a Guardian farm, if you had taken, the hours it took me to build the Guardian farm and built your own Guardian farm, you could have been the one profiting on that. Just because I have a better product does not mean I've committed a crime. Your Honor, I object. He is not smart. That's a truthful statement.
Moving on.
I mean, that's on camera. That's technically slander, so.
Your Honor, I will acknowledge that for this case and for the case of Power Incorporated v. PboyJr, I do not think it is completely and totally, totally, you guys are like totally helpful. Winnable
finally.
In my case, but I move to mitigate the charges.
Okay.
So what you're saying is you don't believe any of the things that I just proved are true.
That was such a circle of sentence. I will admit that I did defame Power Incorporated, but I believe that is the listen.
Wait,
That is the only thing
This is the point
that shall
where you
stick
say order in
to the
court,
wall.
Ronnie.
Hang on a sec.
That is the one spaghetti that stuck to the wall.
Which spaghetti?
That I did
but-
say something bad about Power Incorporated.
So you admit you defamed, you committed the crime of defamation against Power Incorporated.
That is a fancy way of saying I said that Power Incorporated was too big. But, Your Honor, I move that I don't have to pay him money, especially not 128 diamonds.
Are you done
because
questioning
I have
me?
0. No, stay up there, Elvis. All right, I guess you can be done standing up there.
So, Vid, what is your closing argument?
So, interestingly enough, I just kind of summarized my closing arguments right there, but I'll do it again really quick here. Pboy made a false statement when he claimed that Power Incorporated had a monopoly. Monopoly, as we all know, is a crime, and Power Inc. has not committed a crime, so that is definitely a false statement. He made it to a third party in the form of having it being recorded on video for multiple people to see, the public and us. He intended harm. He declared he wanted to take down Power Incorporated. That is caused loss of sales, and he did, in fact, damage Power Incorporated by causing loss of sales, causing mistrust of Power Incorporated, causing people to believe that Power Incorporated should not be the store to shop for. And, I've actually seen that. You've probably seen it as well. There's lots of people on the server, Stylish included, who's made statements saying that they won't shop at Power Inc. anymore because of the damages that have been caused by this lawsuit and because of Pboy's statements. That's my closing arguments. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time.
Alright. And Pboy, do you have any closing statements?
Oh boy.
What a closing statement.
No, goodbye.
Okay. So there's been a lot to unpack here, and as far as I'm concerned, Pboy, you did claim that you intended to defame Power Incorporated. So that is one charge you are guilty of. The other 3, however, well, I mean, you did record one of them, so you're guilty on 2 charges, but you are not guilty on the other 2. So the definition of monopoly is consolidation. Well, that's not that's what it boils down to, basically. And Vid and Onyx consolidated multiple shops on the server into Power Incorporated. Just because they owned the shops previously, they're still consolidating into one program, or into one building, making that a monopoly. So, because of this monopoly, just being on the server in general, and from what I've heard in the courts, you do actually control the price, because everything being in one location makes it easier to just walk in and buy things without looking anywhere else. And because your prices are so low, and because your farms are so expansive, it's impossible for someone else to open up another shop with comparable products, because it requires underselling and overproducing. You can't actually prove that there are any damages, especially because I'm literally, like, me and Ironite are literally your #1 customers, and I haven't stopped buying things there. I just haven't been on the server this month. As far as the charges go, I don't think 128 diamonds is fair for P-Boy, since he was only guilty on two charges. So I'll say he owes 64 diamonds to Power Incorporated, and still must give a public apology.
Woohoo! Yeah, we won!
Oh.
You didn't expect that, did you?
High five.